The probability of you existing by pure accident is not just unlikely, it is so far beyond impossible that the word impossible barely scratches the surface. We are not going to talk about faith. We are going to talk about mathematics, about physics, about biochemistry, and what the numbers, the actual peer-reviewed numbers, tell us about life. As you watch this video, 126 million photoreceptors inside your eye are firing simultaneously. Each one precisely tuned, each one exactly where it needs to be. Your retina alone contains 10 perfectly stacked layers. Miss one, just one, and the image never forms. Your optic nerve contains 1.2 million fibers, each carrying a different piece of visual data, all arriving at your brain in perfect synchronization. The curvature of your cornea is 7.8 millimeters, a deviation of 1/10 of a millimeter, and your vision blurs permanently. The refractive index of your lens is 1.386, a fraction off, and light no longer focuses on your retina. You are blind. Now, what is the probability that all of these parameters landed correctly, by pure chance, simultaneously? 10 to the power of -71. That is a decimal point, followed by 70 zeros, followed by a 1. The total number of atoms in the observable universe is 10 to the 80th. Your chance of a randomly correct eye is 9 orders of magnitude smaller than picking one specific atom out of all matter that exists. Inside every single cell of your body, right now, there is a strand of information. 3,200,000,000 characters long, precisely ordered, error-correcting, self-replicating. We call it DNA. Science calls it the most information-dense storage system ever discovered. And in the entire history of scientific observation, information, complex, specified, functional information, has never once been observed arising from a non-intelligent source. Not once. Before life could exist, a single functional protein had to appear. A protein is a chain of amino acids, at minimum 150 of them, folded into one precise three-dimensional shape. Change one amino acid in the wrong position, and the protein does nothing. It collapses. It is chemically inert. It is dead. The probability of one correct protein assembling itself from random chemistry, 10 to the power of -195. But a single protein is not life. For the first living cell, you need hundreds of proteins, working together, in sequence, inside a membrane, with energy systems, all at once. Cambridge astrophysicist Sir Fred Hoyle, not a religious man, calculated the probability of the first living cell arising from unguided chemistry. 1 in 10 to the 40,000. Hoyle said, that is as probable as a tornado sweeping through a junkyard and assembling a fully functional Boeing 747 from the scattered parts. The mathematics did not lead Hoyle to faith. They led him to a single, unavoidable conclusion: that the random assembly of life is not a scientific explanation. It is a statistical impossibility.